Looking at the specifications, the Galaxy On5 features a 5-inch HD 720x1280 pixel TFT display, and is powered by a 1.3 GHz quad-core Exynos 3475 processor coupled with 1.5 GB of RAM. It sports an 8-megapixel rear autofocus camera and a 5-megapixel. It has 8 GB of built-in storage, that is expandable via micro SD card, up to 128 GB. Connectivity options on the Galaxy On5 include 4G LTE with support for Indian LTE bands, Bluetooth, GPS, GLONASS, micro USB, 3G, GPRS Edge, and Wi-Fi BGN. It has a 2600 mAh battery, measures 142.3 x 72.1 x 8.5 mm, and weighs 149 grams. The Galaxy On7 features nearly identical specifications to the Galaxy On5, except for a larger display, different processor and larger battery, as well as a higher resolution rear camera sensor. It has a 5.5-inch HD 720x1280 pixel TFT display and runs on a 1.2 GHz quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 processor with 1.5 GB of RAM. It sports a 13-megapixel rear autofocus camera and a 5-megapixel. Similar to the Galaxy On5, the Galaxy On7 has 8 GB of built-in storage, that's expandable via micro SD card, up to 128 GB. It runs on a 3000 mAh battery, measures 151.8 x 77.5 x 8.2 mm, and weighs 172 grams. The displays on both Galaxy On series models are not the usual AMOLED panels, and we could see the difference. The text and images produced on the Galaxy On5 and Galaxy On7 were sharp, but deep blacks were missing. The viewing angles on the both handsets were also average. In our limited time spent with the Galaxy On5 and Galaxy On7, we found both devices responded quickly to touch inputs, and there was no lag when using the handsets. We will reserve our verdict on the Galaxy On5 and Galaxy On7 smartphones' performance till we get a chance to put them through our detailed review process. Running Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, both the Galaxy On5 and Galaxy On7 are skinned with Samsung's TouchWiz UI. While browsing through the menu and preloaded apps, one of the biggest takeaways was that there is a lot less of Samsung's bloatware than there has been before. The Galaxy On5 and Galaxy On7 have only a few preloaded apps, a trend which was started with the Samsung Galaxy S6. Notably, there are no Microsoft apps preloaded on these handsets, hinting that the company's agreement to push the apps might only apply to high-end Galaxy phones. Both the On series models featured a Google folder on the home screen housing all the Google apps. On the software front, Samsung also advertises that the Ultra Data Saving UDS mode will help users save up to 40% on data usage when streaming videos, shopping online, or downloading files. The MixRadio app means that Samsung On5 and On7 users will get access to 30 million songs across different languages. Coming to the camera, the app on both the Galaxy On5 and Galaxy On7 smartphones was quick, and launched within a few seconds of touching its icon. The camera interface on the new On series handsets is uncluttered. The option to choose modes, switch between the front and rear cameras, capture images or video, and jump to the gallery are all located on one side of the screen, while the other shows general settings for camera. In our limited testing of the cameras, we found images taken with the Galaxy On7 in normal indoor lighting to be crisp, though the same couldn't be said for the On5. The front cameras on both devices seems have the same sensor, as we got nearly identical results on both. Once again, we will really get a chance to test the camera